A long time ago, in a galaxy not so far away, there was a game called Star Wars Galaxies. This was an MMORPG that I'm sure you've at least heard about before, and if not, I have a video that I've already recorded based on the SWGEmu server that currently exists today. In this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the differences that I've found as a new player between Star Wars Galaxies Emu versus Star Wars Galaxies Legends, which is another server that is based after the NGE New Game Experience update that came with the later expansion to the original Star Wars Galaxies. Now, in my opinion, both of these games have very different reasons why you might want to play them, and I think that regardless of which one you prefer, which version of the game that you prefer, both of these can be very enjoyable experiences. Now again, I am new to Star Wars Galaxies. I did not play it a lot. I pretty much just tried it a little bit back when it was a current game. So take this all with that grain of salt. I don't have the negative experiences that maybe some people do have from playing back in the day and having to go through this major change out of nowhere. But in my opinion, both of these experiences are quite good. For the SWGEmu side, which is the earlier version of the game before the updates back when it was still more of a sandbox MMO, I think that's a lot of fun. I enjoy the fact that the character I create is molded by the actions that I take. So if I want to get better at my hand-to-hand combat, I have to go out into the world and actually use it to get better at it. Or if I want to get, more proficient with a certain weapon, I just equip that weapon and go out and use it. And then they have all the other various professions that you can do, from crafting and entertaining and all of those things, the doctors and all, which are very much needed in that game version. And I very much enjoy that version of the game. Now Legends is something that I just recently kind of got into playing, and I really like it. Obviously I am a long time World of Warcraft player, Lineage 2. I played pretty much every MMO that has come out as of this day. So the experience in Legends is very similar to the other MMOs that I'm used to playing, with the more theme park style pre-made class that you choose from the start, level up and get your new abilities as you go, and all that kind of good stuff that I'm used to. So for Legends, of course, I decided to go ahead and make a Jedi, because it was something that I would never be able to experience in the old version of the game because of the crazy amount of stuff that you apparently had to do to become a Jedi. So I figured it would be kind of interesting to see what they did with it in the version of the game where you can just be a Jedi from the start. And so far I like it a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. I have, I think, a few different force powers so far, like force lightning, and I can throw my saber and things like that, and it's a pretty interesting combat style of combat, I should say, and I do like it. But I can understand why people were upset about Jedi becoming just a cookie cutter basic class that you can choose from the start. So I haven't really tried out any of the other jobs yet to see what they're like. I'm planning on doing that in the future, but I'm trying to stick with just one character for each version of the game. And on the SWGEmu side, I am playing a hand-to-hand combat type character. I'm trying to master the Terras Kasai? I don't exactly remember what it's called, but yeah, trying to get my hand-to-hand combat up as high as I can. I'm working on different missions out in the world. I think I decided to go Empire on both of my characters, which, I just really didn't know which one to pick, and Empire was the easy way to go because they're kind of everywhere. But yeah, so far it's a really, really interesting experience. I haven't figured out how to do the player housing yet. I've gone around the different player housing areas and kind of checked out other people's houses, but I don't see where I can go to actually get a deed or whatever I need for my own house. I'm assuming that's just because I'm so early on in the game. But that would be something that I'm definitely interested in trying, because I always thought player housing was a really cool thing to have in MMORPGs. But so far, I think I've found myself spending more time in the older SWGEmu side of things, just because I thought the idea of having a more sandbox MMO was really cool and something that you don't really see a whole lot anymore. Being able to really shape your character any way you want is something that I wish other games would really give a try to, because it definitely makes for a more interesting experience versus just choosing your job from the start and having that be all that you can be throughout the end. That's one of the things I really liked about Final Fantasy XIV Online, is that even though it is very cookie cutter, you still have the ability to play all of the different jobs on one character, so you still have that variety of things to be able to play without having to make a whole new character to experience that. Both servers seem to be quite populated. I think I saw more people in the cities on the Legends side of things. I don't know why that may be. I don't know how the population is across the entirety of the game, but I definitely saw a lot more higher level players around in the cities when I played Legends. And I saw a lot more active guilds trying to recruit people to join and do stuff with them on Legends as well. I think I'm going to give both servers some more playtime just so I can kind of learn more of the ins and outs of everything. It's just kind of hard when you're dealing with a MMORPG because they require so much time to really get anything done, especially with the older ones that are much more of a grind than current games are. But in conclusion, I think that both versions of the game warrant trying out and playing through. Obviously, if you're a hardcore fan of the original experience, playing on Legends might not be a good experience for you if you hated the NGE changes, but going into it with a clean slate, I feel like both versions of the game had a lot to offer, and I really enjoyed both of them. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try to do some more playing and getting further into the game so I can provide a little bit more insight into what I'm doing. I'd like to even stream it if I can, but if you are enjoying the videos, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and hopefully I will see you guys next time.